Much of what we believe is possible for ourselves and much of what we believe about ourselves comes from our relationships with others. And so when you are on a path to creating a multi-six-figure, seven-figure business, oftentimes you gauge what is possible based on what you're seeing as possible for others. And often what happens is you create a story about what it takes to have that level of success based on what you're seeing around you. And a lot of the multi-six-figure, multi-seven-figure business owners that are in more of the mainstream, they're in the media most often or on social media the most often, probably the ones that you see most often, are perpetuating a story of work all the time, basically. And basically, their identity is tied so much to their business that they don't have a sense of who they are outside of their business. And so, of course, that perpetuates the cycle of having to work more, create more, do more, without actually the opportunity to really enjoy what they've created and see really the impact of what they created and really develop that side of themselves outside of work that is actually what will allow them to grow their business more with less work. So what I want to share with you are some thoughts on how you can grow your business to multi-six figures and beyond by actually working less. And it's counterintuitive, and it sometimes will challenge, of course, old belief systems about what it takes to be successful. And that's really what the work is. It is challenging the dominant narrative about what it takes to be successful as a multi-six-figure, seven-figure business owner. Because really, at that level, it's not about the money anymore. It really isn't. And what you really created it for is because you wanted to really contribute in a bigger way and have an impact on the world and the lives of your clients and the people interacting and engaging with your work. But often what happens when it starts to grow at that level, there's a disconnection between the business and what you created it for. Because what happens often is the business starts to run you. And you forget what was that big why that started your business. And so now that you've created a certain level of success, you notice there's this thing, this voice that's calling to you, telling you, there's got to be more than this, and that you really do crave more than just the financial success of your business, which you're proud of, but there's a part of you that's really craving that deeper connection to purpose and mission and allowing your business to be an expression of you, but not be you, if that makes sense. So it's really separating the work from the outcome, because you are really craving this sense of mission and contribution and allowing your business to do that in a way that allows you to be the highest expression of you, which means working less, not more. Because, like I mentioned, when you're working all the time and just, go, drive, hustle, grind, you're disconnected from who you truly are. You're disconnected from that higher part of you that knows the next right step, that already knows the path. But when you're busy, you can't see that, you can't hear that. And then you start to perpetuate this story that if you don't work more, your business will fall apart, or you won't be able to continue to increase your income. When you stop and connect and find, and I'll share some tools, and find some ways to really connect with, who you truly are and what is your bigger purpose and what is your mission and what is the impact that you really want to create on the world. That happens not often when, obviously, and rarely actually, when you're driving, hustle, grind. That happens when you're out hiking in nature, when you're connecting with an activity that you truly love, that allows you to be fully in the moment, when you're creating, artwork, whatever that might be, if that's music or writing or painting or drawing or acting, any of those things, those are the places where you connect with your higher self, where you're in the moment and everything in that moment is perfect. You're not worrying about your business. You're not thinking about the past. You're not thinking about anything except for being in that activity. And it is in those moments where you receive that guidance of the next right step. And even in the moments after, things begin to shift and change where they wouldn't have if you had just been grinding in your business, because in that space of grinding, you're not open to hearing that next right step. You're not connected to your inner wise self, your intuition, your inner guidance system that already knows the next right step. And that next right step is going to be 10 times more powerful and advance you 10 times quicker than you staying in your business and grinding. Because when you're operating from a place of purpose and mission, that's when really your business can take off, because it's not anymore about proving anything, about following someone else's story or the narrative about what it takes to have a successful business. You're really coming from a place of deep inner trust that the next right step will show itself when you are connecting with yourself at a higher level, when you're engaging in activities that allow you to be in the present. And that means you are working less, because you can't work all the time and have time to be engaged in other activities. And often what happens, I've seen with a lot of my clients, is working all the time, and when they start to work less, they don't know what to do with themselves, and they feel like they should be working. And so there's not even an opportunity to connect with your higher self in that space, because you tend to then engage in activities that distract you, that kind of numb you out, instead of really coming from a place of purpose where you know your business is running well and you doing things outside of your business that fill you up and connect you to your higher power and into source. And that is what is fueling your business, not you working harder. And in those moments, again, like I mentioned, that's when you receive those ideas that really propel you way further than you ever could have imagined. And it's beyond what you even would have conceptualized or imagined as a next right step for you. Because when you're in it and grinding, all you're seeing is what you're doing. And, oh, I need to automate. And, oh, I need to do this. And maybe I need... Those aren't inspired actions when they're coming from a place of, I have to keep going. I have to grind. I have to work more. I have to, do what all the other people are doing that are having success. Because your success is not their success. Your success is different. And especially knowing you want to be contributing on a deeper level to the advancement of humanity in some way, shape, or form. And that comes from a place of purpose, not from a place of proving, and not from a place of burning yourself out and trying to keep up with all the other, sort of crazy entrepreneurs that are out there. So think about, for you, what are some of the activities that really help you have that sense of deep connection with yourself? Is it certain physical activities that do it for you? Is it being out in nature? Is it travel? Is it music? And then the work really is committing to those activities every single day, and even sometimes multiple times a day. And it doesn't mean that you're spending, hours meditating, but maybe it's, you take off at lunch and you go for a hike, or you start your day really intentionally and with an activity that really keeps you and allows you to connect with you, whether that's, meditation or writing or, again, a physical activity, so that you're beginning your day already in that place of connection, so that you're going to be taking actions that are coming from a place of spirit versus a place of having to prove or follow the dominant narrative about what it means to run your business. And then be open to whatever shows up. So don't do the activity with an attachment to it's going to give you a certain outcome. You do the activity for what the activity gives you, which is that sense of peace and really connection and that place of just presence, of really honoring the present moment and how powerful that present moment is. And then being open to what happens next, being open to what hits of intuition you might receive or what ideas come to you. And then this is the key part here, is you need to take action immediately, no matter how crazy and how unconnected it might feel from your business. You need to take action. And again, you're taking action not because you think it might lead to something. You're taking action because you're honoring, this is what I'm hearing. I'm going to do it. And I am open to whatever happens, whatever may come to me. Even if nothing comes, I'm okay, because I'm on a path that I am trusting, I am guided, And I'm trusting that path is going to lead me to a place of not only more impact and more income, but deeper satisfaction and fulfillment, and really what is going to be your legacy. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you are a visionary leader who is really craving that deeper connection to your work and allowing your work to really make a bigger difference in the world, but you're not buying into it and you don't want to buy into it, or you're tired of buying into the story of you have to work more to make that happen, reach out to me, because I would love to work with you and really guide you to create your business to not only, of course, increase its income and impact, but really increase your level of satisfaction and your connection to your purpose and mission, and allowing that to come through you in a way that fills you up more than any amount of money ever could. All right. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.